Welcome to the Karmali Exchange. I'm the host. Follow for more Exchange with Karmali. What the fuck is the name of my show? What's the name of my show? I have no idea. Karmali Exchange, that's what it's called, right? Yeah. Welcome back to the Karmali Exchange. But this episode, things are a little bit different. I've had the privilege of talking to some incredible business owners in 2021. So we're taking all of that knowledge from the year and compiling it into one video for you. You know, I always say there are 5 P's to a successful business: people, product, process, passion, and get paid. So naturally, I grouped the advice this way. So as we revisit some great pieces of advice, you can revisit the 5 P's and improve your business this year. Enjoy.
I think a lot of business owners are very good at their craft, but they're not very good at business.
My passion is to bring entrepreneurs like yourself in so that you can give advice, tips, and ideas to these business owners of what they need to do. Sometimes I have to look through the rearview mirror to see where I've gone.
There's 4 ways to make money. Get more people to buy more product more often at more margin. Advertising-centric businesses only focus on the first one. Go get more people. But you can also get existing people to buy more often. You can get existing people to buy more stuff when they come, which means you have to grow your portfolio. That's what Yeti's done, right? Yeti's just found more things I got you in with that $400 cooler, but now I'm gonna find a way to get you to buy the camping chair and the expensive dog bowl. Or the other big one, particularly for brands that have gotten addicted, we work with a lot of retailers that are on these flyers. Old Navy was at 70% off 32 weeks out of the year. That's ridiculous, right? The next strategy is I'm gonna start paying you $20 to come in the store.
Yeah.
Right? You just can't be on that extreme promotion. So what if you were 50% off 30 weeks out of the year? I just made you millions of dollars, right? What if you're 40% off 28 weeks out of the year, right? Weaning people off of these excessive promotions to get higher margin and finding ways to introduce pricing creativity, particularly in the B2B side.
Yeah.
The idea of presenting of options, moving to subscription-based models.
How does a business owner figure that out?
Well, call me.
I hear this phrase a lot, and I want to get your opinion on it. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. I call bullshit on that.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that.
Because when you have an objective of more than the bottom line, it's not always what you keep. It's what the objective of that business is.
What was your vision? Is your vision
not
getting
going
there?
on social media, Tammy, by your competitors, those OGs you were talking about?
Yeah.
Them not going on social media saved them a lot of money.
Yes.
Where are they now?
It's
not about what you
keep.
keep.
I see what you're talking
Right? So
about.
I think that's the difference.
As an entrepreneur, know your books, know your business, know your accounting, know your numbers. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. And make decisions based on that.
I like to use the Oprah Winfrey thing. Sign your own checks. I sign every check in my business. I know where the money is going and I reconcile the bank account. I don't know if I'll ever relinquish that to some level. I want to know where the money's going and what we're doing with
That's
it.
a key learning right there. Know where the money's going.
A lot of people with vision or an idea sometimes let the money aspect go to someone else. If you're not a money person, like I said, hire someone that does understand that side of the business on the financial side, but do not let it go.
Yeah.
Touch it.
Try not to be motivated by money. Don't let the money guide the business. Don't let your accountant dictate your business in every single situation. Sometimes it might not look the best on paper, but you might be pursuing something that you have no idea the fruits of your labor is going to happen down the road. And not everything is about dollars and cents. Of course, capital is the lifeblood and fuel of a business. If you're not generating money, you will not sustain a business. However, try to maybe lower your lifestyle. Maybe you don't need to go buy that new car. Maybe you don't need that new phone. Maybe you don't need that new piece of equipment. Maybe you could stop the Starbucks run, every day on the way to work and make yourself a coffee and save $5. Like, look at how you can be as nimble as possible so that you don't always have to pinch on your business.
Just a reminder to subscribe. And I can't read it because of the reflection. Kicksboxing. Hi, I'm kicksboxing today. It's a retake, right? I'm fat, that's the problem. Breathe in. Okay, I'm gonna suck in the whole time now.
Become clear on what you specialize in, like your niche or your niche, however you decide to say it. I can't express that enough, not just in our brick and mortar business here, but in our online. Specialize and don't be afraid that you have to please everyone.
I heard it from Elon Musk that the reason why most businesses fail is that they're just not different enough. The Tesla was not a 20% better Prius. It was a 200% better Prius. And that maybe your enthusiasm for your entrepreneurial pursuit didn't mean you needed to create a new thing. Maybe you just needed to join a more entrepreneurial company. So I do think we're over-entrepreneured in North America, and that most people should realize if you're gonna start something, be drastically different than the alternative, not moderately better.
Quality first.
Yeah.
We make sure we got a product, great product, and consistent. And then when we have franchisee, we make sure we take good care of them. Make sure everybody make a good living.
Yeah.
And for the long term, I think when you do that, money will come.
Money will come.
If you cannot answer this one question, I frankly think you're wasting all your time with any efforts you're making on social. And the question is this: what is in it for them?
We're very, very, very specific with what we want a product to do, and we're very strict on not launching it until it's there. And eventually, when you have that mentality, you win the trust of the engineers, who can sway the big builders, who can then sway the clients building the projects. It's knowing your marketplace and who it is that actually will drive these products into spec for you.
This packaging is very important. A, it's memorable. B, it works for the actual food item.
I always relate to McDonald's. Anybody can create a burger joint, and they can have better burger, but they can't beat that golden arcs. This is a golden arcs for us. And that's why we patent it, we trademark it.
It's a selling point, it's a point of differentiation. When you're saying this is a local product and this is the best product available, great choice that you made, it reinforces that. Now, do scales of economy sometimes not work? Do we pay a little bit more for our beef? Yeah, we pay more for our beef because it's also at extreme quality. You pick and choose the battles of where you're going to give up a little bit of margin to gain a little bit of margin. And sometimes losing a little bit of margin, you gain it on the volume side. We're probably not the most profitable steakhouse in Calgary, but we're probably the busiest. And so the volume mitigates the margin, and that story is based on authenticity and quality.
When you're taking into account a different product, a new idea, going through all this work, the impact has to be there in order for it to be worth maybe not the financial gain right away. Is that fair to say?
Exactly. Or demand. You know, there's a sector where there's a lot of demand for a high performance product that it's not there yet. We go by square feet, right? How many square feet of coverage is there in North America, globally, that could use this new product, this new technology? Okay, well, it's worth it.
Rapid fire questions. First thing that comes out to your mind.
Do I back it up with reasoning?
Come on, lawyer.
I'm so sorry. You're not the most delicate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go slow.
Anxiety.
Does it? So, okay, so
1,000-fold.
she's so stressed out. I've got I'm manhandling it. Let it roll, let it roll. This is awesome. So these are the types of shoes that teachers have to wear just to make sure that your kids get the best out of them. That's fantastic. This is awesome.
Teaching slippers.
I've talked to hundreds, if not thousands, of business owners, and I ask them where their operations manual is. And they don't have one. Nothing written down.
Right.
In my business, we write everything down. We have a process, checklist, everything. If there is a nice process put in place, things go as a flow, there's less hiccups along the way, you know where things went wrong, you can do a self-audit. There's so many things you can do in that business. Have you ever had a couple sit in front of you that own a business that are not on the same page?
All the time.
All the time.
How do you deal with them?
First of all, we have a very good structure and process, so they sort of have to stay in that container. Every campaign that comes in, we assume that nobody's on the same page. And we have developed with psychologists and with researchers, we've developed these processes to basically bring everybody into alignment. It makes things way more efficient. And what it does is it facilitates collaboration. Everything is about process. As long as you take the experience and you put that structure in place, you actually facilitate the win for them. And they leave and come back and be like, you've actually helped us reconcile and navigate and calibrate.
Here's the mistake business owners make. They're like, well, Ryan, this is my goals. Okay, great. Keep those to yourself. Meaning, don't come out and say, I want more business today. Come be my client. No. They don't care about your goals because they have their own life. You need to care about your own goals, but understand that you need to layer your goals with value that helps get you to your goals. So let's replace the sales tactic to the value tactic, and the sales will come organically.
So you went through a process to uncover what both of you see as the what, the how, the why of what you want to accomplish.
You bet. Until you figure out your why, You know, it's hard to do the elevator pitch. It's hard to explain to another human being what is your company until you know why it is you do what you do.
I'm not anti-social media. I just think, what are you doing it for? I think the number one thing we see with clients is they're doing it because they feel like they have to be in every channel. So they're just busy, that they're not being productive. It's like you can probably cut half of the channels out.
Yeah.
The ones that you do choose to be in, you should be in very intentionally and very strategically about what you're trying to do. Is this a customer care mechanism? Is this a community where you're going to foster engagement amongst your fans? You're there to like host the party versus be the party. Yeah. I think you do need a social media strategy, but if you're starting the meeting with our competitors have just gotten into Snapchat, we now need a Snapchat strategy, you're already misinformed.
Yeah. How does a business owner deal directly with another business owner who's trying to attack your business?
You just be better. Success is the best revenge. If someone really hurts your feelings, the best thing to do is just concentrate on what you can do better and what brings you more personal and business success.
We don't focus on what our competitors are doing because I think that's where you fall behind, is when you're always trying to keep up with your competitors and you're like, oh no, they're doing this, now we got to do this.
When we look at our competition, you're always going to be second.
You're always going to be second.
When you look at what the market wants, what the market needs,
that's when you
you
become
could
ahead.
be completely wrong today, revamp the entire pivot, whatever we have to do, give the market what the market wants, you'll always be in a
on
leading
top.
position.
Yeah.
And that's where I think business owners really need to understand that if you're just going to copy whoever else, you're going to be done. Tell us about the fights.
It's not couples therapy.
Two brothers. I can only imagine with my older sister, she'd probably pull rank on me all the time.
It's like a date looking at your eyes.
Can I switch them around so I look like mine? I want to see you do this.
No?
You can't do it either?
It's too complicated.
Too complicated for me too. I'm gonna break in a sweat going to the next interview.
My biggest abilities to manage all of the things that I do have on my plate is because I surround myself with the right people.
How do you find the right people?
Oh, you're definitely gonna make partners with the wrong people. You'll learn really quickly for sure who's the right ones and who's the wrong ones. And everybody, this is the number one thing. Well, they're a good friend of mine, so I'm gonna go into business with them. I always say friendship can only get you so far. Communication and being able to function as a partner is so important.
Put your ego aside. I think ego gets in the way when the right decision needs to be made a lot of times, and that's where you see a lot of people fail. So just make your decision based on business, not ego.
One thing I tell business owners that have partners, regardless if they're married, related, or complete strangers that get together, you need to learn how to fight. You need to learn how to have an argument, a disagreement, because you're not going to agree on everything. I'm that entrepreneur that goes fast.
Yeah, of course.
I go really fast. Now, I'm lucky I have a business partner and I've got a great team that says, Faisal, slow down, relax, you're going way too fast.
Yes.
And so I find that having a good person beside you to not only bounce your ideas off, but also to make you more grounded and see things from a different perspective is very important.
The sooner that you can trust yourself to trust your team, the better. Because you are nothing without an incredible team.
Yeah.
And you do not know everything. And we're moving through and with people where you are open to learning from them and not just telling them what to do.
Yeah.
Right? That's very important.
It's a big difference in my life when I know I've got the best people working with me. I trust them completely. That the stress level, it's less now than it was when I was doing it with less people and it was on me.
And you felt less burnt out.
Yeah.
Right?
The one thing I'm starting to realize is I am not great at a lot of things. And the only way to be great is to get people who are great at other things better than you. And although that's uncomfortable, very uncomfortable when you're talking to someone on your team who understands something better than you or proposes something, you have to have the ability to attract that team, but then even more importantly is listen to that team as you kind of go through this journey.
The most important thing is value the relationships around you. That's where every good gesture, every good act of where other people can build you up, you will find by building them up, by being of service to them, by helping them achieve their dreams and goals. So always know what is it that they want to do, the people around you, what is their vision, what is their dream, and ask every day, how can I help them?
I don't want it to get to the point where there's 200 people and I don't know my staff by name.
Well, you can.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean?
You can, but you can. You can know all 200.
Yeah,
and you can have connection with all 200.
Yeah,
Just like if you have
that's a little
200
bit harder.
customers, how are you going to connect with them?
Yeah, that's true.
Why can't your employees be like your customer?
I
Why shouldn't they be
always
treated
thought-
like your customer?
No, and see, this is a transition phase I have to go through again and be comfortable with not being comfortable.
Right now,
right?
that's beautiful. Like that's exactly where business owners are, is being comfortable with not being comfortable. The only constant that you're going to have in your business is change. Thank you for having us on your show, because I have no idea what I just said right now anyways. Blah, 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 blah. This is going to be fun. See, they're clapping because they know that I'm functionally.
Let's have Faisal show you what he knows.
Oh shit.
Yeah, what did
I
you
don't know.
learn from your daughters?
I know how to cry. That's all I know how to do.
One thing that I learned from my family was the bigger they got, the less profit they ended up making, because a franchisee with 2 stores is going to put everything they have into it. They're going to do it right, and they're going to care. And that's the biggest thing, is to care.
Because they're vested.
Exactly. You can hire the best managers. They'll never be at the same level as a franchisee from a caring point of view. And that's why I like the franchise model versus the management model.
Where did this passion come from?
I don't like to use the word passion, because passion in this business is so fleeting, but it is the everyday commitment to being great, because this business is tough. It's a grind, but every day I get up, I'm committed to my business. I'm committed to doing the best I can, committed to my team. I'm committed to these things. I'm not passionate about them, and that's why I like to use the word commitment over passion.
That's a huge difference in mindset. It's interesting you mention that, because in my business, there's a passion to help. What we like to do is how to help our customers and clients and bring them together so they can achieve their goals and their future and so forth. But you're right about it's not just passion, because sometimes you're not passionate about everything in the business, but you have that commitment that I have to do this because I'm committed to the overall goal. So I really like that. I think when you look at the biggest challenges of why some business owners walk away, it's that word commitment.
I remember the night before I opened it up for the very, very first day. And I was terrified, and I was like, am I doing the right thing? Is this gonna work? I'm 23, I'm putting my business school on hold. And I thought, like, where will they go? Where will they go? Like, I get emotional talking about it. I'm like, where will they go? So if I didn't build this studio and this place where I felt comfortable, where will they feel comfortable? They need compassion and understanding and different ways of doing things and a different teaching and learning approach. So the next morning I was like, this is where they're gonna come. Like, my doors are open and you are welcome.
That takes passion and purpose. When you have that kind of a emotive response of a why, it's your purpose.
Each and every one of us has an opportunity to be great. So it's like, find your greatness. And that doesn't mean like go out and do what you love. That means learn to love what you do. And that's what I think for me was really key for me in my career, is like, I love fashion, I love sneakers, I love looking up on that shit. But I realized how to apply the things that I love into my business, which changed everything. It changed the way that you perceive things. And so I think there's a really good opportunity for people to learn to love what you do and leverage that. And I believe everybody has the opportunity to be a great kind of entrepreneur.
Believe in yourself 100%. Bet all of it on yourself and what your gut says, what your intuition says, what your expertise and judgment is, especially if it's bat crazy and completely opposite of what everyone is telling you. That's most likely the right answer. And it's the different answer, and that's what's going to set you apart.
Oh, you crushed it, girl.
Awesome, guys. I enjoyed the conversation.
Did I? Nailed it. One take. I got a thumbs up. Yes.
Yay.
Do you want to do one more?
No. Thanks for watching the Karmali Exchange. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell for more from the Karmali Exchange and more advice for business owners. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment to join the conversation. Also, feel free to follow me on social media at Faisal Karmali.